Hi everybody, it's Nikki here and welcome to a makeup video, and we are here to update our PANtastic Ladies collaboration for Pan That palette for the year 2022, which is Size Matters. And I have my bulkiest, awkwardest palette right here, which is the Revolution Golden Egg. This is the palette that I chose this year, so yeah. Last month we had hit Pan in one of the shades. Have I managed to hit Pan in another one? Let's have a look. The answer to that is no. I have expanded the pan on this shade because obviously I'm using it as a transition shade. It's going really well. I thought I might have hit pan on this gold shade, but not quite. We're not there just yet. But we have quite a sizable dip going in there. To be honest, I thought that that gold shade would barely be touched over the year because it's too dark as a highlighter, which these two shades are meant to be highlighters, but they're too dark for me, so I use them as just another eyeshadow. Even in my makeup inventory, I count them as eyeshadows. They're just large eyeshadows. But I have absolutely been loving this shade, especially on my inner corner. Which is slightly dusted off, so that one's better. But yeah, absolutely love that shade, so beautiful. Then we have a couple of dips now, getting deeper in these two shimmery shades. To be honest, I haven't really been reaching for this palette a lot over the last month because I was really determined to work on some other palettes that I had. And some other eye looks. Yeah, and I haven't been wearing makeup as much as I did maybe the previous months. But yeah, we're definitely getting some good dips there. We could potentially be hitting pan soon if I really like concentrate on this palette for the next month, which I think I might do. We could have some pan in there by next month. And then these two brown shades I've been using in my brows. So I'll use the lighter brown on this side to the center, and then the darker brown I'll use on the outer edge. Yeah, my brows are a little bit warm shaded, but we've got some pretty good dips going. I like it a lot. I've been trying to work to this edge here on this shade with pan. Been trying to work to take in side pan there, so that's where I've been focusing. But yeah, that's how we're doing with that palette. I reckon with a bit more focus on this palette over the next month, I could definitely hit pan in the gold shade, I believe, and I might hit pan. Oh, I'm thinking I might hit pan in the two matte brown shades because I do like to use those in my brows, and the brush I'm using is quite a focused brush, so I'm digging down quite a deep dip, whereas with these two shimmer shades I'm using kind of a flat packing brush, so I don't feel like I'm going to hit pan too quickly, but when I do, I will hit sizable pan. When I do these two, I'll probably hit minuscule pan. But yeah, so yeah, I'm happy for the end of March, beginning of April. I'm quite happy with my progress. I really do think that it's going to be slowish at the start, but the last 6 months I'm going to be really of the year. I'm going to really see most of the progress. I think I'm not too worried about that. So that is my main Pan That palette for the year. But as you know, if you've been watching me for a while, I was trying to pan my mini sleek palette in the shade Storm last year. This was my Pan That palette for the PANtastic Ladies theme of Tiny Pans. I remembered the name of it this month, last year, and I did quite well, and I wanted to continue that success. by continuing to pan it this year as well as a kind of like a secondary palette. And I can say I hit pan in this shade. I don't know if you can see. Can you see it right there? Like right there. Can you see? Can you see it? I am pointing in the right place, aren't I? This side. No, it's this side. Can you see the pan? I hope you can. It is there. It's very, very tiny, right at the corner, right in there. But yeah, I hit pan on this shade. So happy. I use this as like a brow highlight. So I will put my brush in and then just gently pat it onto my brows here. And then I'll brush it sort of with a fluffy brush just to blend it out slightly, because it is very, very icy. And I don't want that as a brow highlight, but I do like the shade of it. So I apply it gently and then buff it out with a fluffy brush, and I get the colour, but I don't get the iciness from it. So I'm very, very happy that I hit pan there. So now we have pan in the green and in this shade. I've not really been playing with the other colours. In the last month, I was generally focusing on this shade. But if I really want to get a bit more movement on this, I am going to have to start focusing in on this. Yeah, I've not been on the makeup game in the last month as I have in previous months. So I really need to step that up. So I think I could incorporate this gold in with this palette if I'm doing looks using this palette. I think I might need to start incorporating this gold into the looks as well, even if it's just an inner corner highlight or something like that, because I do really want to get that shade finished as well this year. Yeah. My focus for the year is to get the green finished, this finished, the gold and these two reds. I'm not too fussed about this blue shade. Let me see if I can get a swatch of it. Yeah, I'm not too fussed about that blue. It's not great blue. And I'm not really that fussed about the black either. So if I had just those two shades left at the end of the year, I would be happy, and I would just end up decluttering the palette. But yeah, I hit pan in another shade. So that makes, for the weights, the golden egg last month weighed 50.09 grams and now weighs 49.76. So yay. And this one went from 38.51 grams to 38.46 grams, which obviously shows that I'm only dipping into this for that brow shade, and I'm not really dipping into this for anything else over the last month. So I really need to up my game in April for these two palettes, and again try and focus in on these to try and get a bit more further along with the pans, so that I'm not doing all the work at the end of the year. But yeah, so I think my focus for next month is to try and hit pan in this gold, and then try and hit pan in these brown mattes here. And then in the Sleek palette, my goal for the month is to try and hit pan in that gold there, and to extend the pan in this shade here, which I think is doable. I think it's doable. So that is it. That is my quick little update for Pan That palette for this month. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next month. Bye.